that in Mar-a-Lago today. What specifically worries you?
Well, what worries me, Brianna, is first that Donald Trump, who's now a month away from being our president, has very limited previous experience in foreign policy matters, in particular in security and intelligence issues, and is foregoing his presidential daily briefing. Second, that he's got a number of folks in his potential cabinet and among his close advisors who have murky ties to senior leaders in Russia. And third, that President-elect Trump himself, in the course of the campaign, made a number of statements about Putin that are either naive or ill-informed or suggest that he's just blind to the threat that he poses to our way of life. Russia has directly attacked our democracy in the course of this election with their cyber attack. And I think we are now seeing bipartisan calls by leaders in the United States Senate for a special committee that will investigate this. And I think it's important for us to recognize the very real threat to the United States posed by cybersecurity attacks from other nations, not least of which, of course, is Russia.
Yeah, that's a bipartisan call for that select committee. There's also a number of Republicans, including in leadership, who are opposing that. Do you think, now that we know, we see Donald Trump getting the presidential daily briefing today, we also know, according to his team, that he's going to increase the number that he's getting. There was this show of force with his national security team there today. Do you think these are signs that he's taking these things more seriously?
Well, I hope he's going to take them more seriously. Frankly, the first thing I hope he does is stop tweeting about evolving critical national security issues. He sent out an initial tweet about the three recent incidents around the world that mischaracterized the attack in Zurich. I think he would be well advised to take a briefing first and to tweet little or not at all. And frankly, one of the challenges he's going to face is that he has directly gone against the advice, the united advice, of all 17 of our intelligence agencies that have concluded that Russia did attack our electoral system. That's going to create some real tension, Brianna, when he becomes president with the intelligence community that I hope he and his close advisors will work to resolve.
There's another aspect to the Russia story today, sir, and that's that a spokesman for the Kremlin is saying the relationship between the U.S. and Russia is frozen. That is the word that was used. The State Department says that's not true, basically. They're saying diplomatic engagement with Russia continues across a wide range of issues. You're a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Are relations with Russia frozen?
Well, Brianna, what they're responding to is the next round of sanctions. I led a bipartisan delegation to Ukraine in August. We went to the Czech Republic, Estonia, and Ukraine to look at the impact of Russian aggression. They have illegally occupied Crimea, and they continue to support an inappropriate military action in eastern Ukraine. And frankly, I think it is the right thing for President Obama to be stepping up pressure against Russia to get them to keep their part of the Minsk Accords that could bring resolution to the conflict in Ukraine. So we do have a very strained relationship, and I think that's appropriate given Russia's actions.
So what do you think Russia is trying to do? Are they trying to set the stage for making relations look really bad right now and then maybe thawing them to curry favor with the Trump administration?
That's entirely possible. And while I understand the possible benefits of reviewing our relationship with Russia, of negotiating for a new sort of a reset, I don't think that the Trump administration should step back 1 inch from our insistence that we not allow Putin to get away with the invasion and occupation of a neighboring country, that we not allow Putin to get away with the massacres in Aleppo and the crimes against humanity committed by Assad and in partnership with Russian troops by Hezbollah and Iranian troops in Syria. So we have a strained relationship. I understand that President-elect Trump may try to revisit that relationship, but it's my hope that he won't step back from American commitment to human rights, to NATO, and to the territorial integrity of countries like Ukraine, as well as our NATO allies in the Baltics.
Donald Trump has appointed, he's picked David Friedman to be the U.S. ambassador to Israel. This is someone who supports moving the U.S. embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Do you have concerns with that?
I do have concerns with that. I frankly have concerns about our longer-term direction in U.S.-Israel relations. We have a very close, very strong military and intelligence relationship with Israel today and should continue to have such a strong relationship into the future. But I believe, and many others, a bipartisan range of senators believe that a two-state solution is the only way to preserve the Jewish character of Israel and the democratic character of Israel. I'm concerned that the gentleman nominated by President-elect Trump may not share that commitment to a two-state solution, and his position on moving the embassy in advance of any negotiated resolution between the Israelis and Palestinians may suggest that he's not fully committed to a two-state solution.
All right, Senator Chris Coons, we certainly appreciate you talking to us tonight and making time.
Thank you, Brianna.
Now, we have some breaking news next. The latest on the hunt for the man that German authorities believe carried out that deadly attack on a Christmas market.